It's your brother King Simon right here on WVRKST. That's right, the VR is for video radio family, because that's what we're doing right here on King Simon Productions, King Simon Presents, and also on the Numerovation Nation. Tonight we got a special show for you right here on Cinco de Mayo. So big up to all of you celebrating Cinco de Mayo. ¿Cómo está usted? To all my Latino family celebrating Cinco de Mayo, we have a special guest, Iridologist. That's going to be talking about the eyes. Not the eye on my head, not the eye on my chest, but the eye in my head. We got the one, the only Shakira, Dr. Shakira Moore in the building, 9 p.m. tonight. So don't miss it. Just make sure you like up the video, share the video, thumb up the video, and tell a friend, because sharing is caring. And we're talking about your health and how your eyes is the windows to your health through Iridology. So make sure you keep it right here on King Simon Presents with myself and Empress Aisha Moore as we interview Dr. Moore right here on King Simon Presents. Don't go nowhere, just tell a friend, and we'll be back with some more information, because we're here to educate you, edutain you, and provide good information. Troll-free zone, so any trolls that come in, gotta go. Stay at peace, stay focused, and I'll see you tonight for Dr. Shakira Moore. Peace! Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com, or linktr.ee at King Simon the Numerovation. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for mental stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now. Oh yeah, 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 oh yeah. The king is in the building. Woo! The king is in the building. Give me a round of applause. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, I did not deserve that today. Not today. Today is Cinco de Mayo. Como está usted? My Cuban family, my Latino family, my Cuban Jamaican family, mira, blows and skirt. Lot of mercy, lot of mercy. Yeah. You know how we do right here. Peace. Hotel. Shalom. Assalamu alaikum. In Jamaica, Irid. Wagwan. That's what we said. And that's what we said. I see my peoples in the background doing our thing. Yeah. How y'all feeling? Where y'all at? Of course, we shouting out every one of y'all tonight. We got a special shoe for ya. We got a beautiful sister. Woo! Sexy number 5. That's what I call her. Sexy number 14, 5. That's 1, 4, and 5. So she got all them numbers in her. So big up to her. She is an iridologist. That's right. You got to roll the R. Iridologist. So we got the iridologist coming in, and you may have remembered her. She was with me with Baba Phil Valentine. That's right. She helped me interview Baba Phil Valentine a couple of months ago while I was away. So hey. We got her coming in tonight. We got her coming in tonight. We're going to have a good time tonight. Let's turn up those applause, man. Let's turn up those applause. Stop playing. Let's turn up the applause. There you go. Woo! All right. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, I'm feeling good. See? I got my eye on you and my eye on you and my eyes. I got 3 eyes. I got my third eye. I got to have my third eye. Y'all playing games. I ain't playing with games with none of y'all. The original eye is the third eye, so don't get it twisted. And if that third eye ain't right, these 2 eyes ain't right. So forget about it. So, okay, it's Cinco de Mayo, family. Make sure you share and thumb up the video. Come on, y'all can share and thumb up the video. Let them know that King Simon's in the place to be right now. We're live and direct. Share it with the family. Tell them, hey, the brother's on. We got a lot of things going on. Of course, it is like 1 minute before 9 before we bring on our guests. I see my co-host in the background. Don't forget tomorrow. We're going into relationship tomorrow with brother, student, minister Nori Muhammad will be here with us tomorrow, family. Woo! Y'all think I be playing? Y'all think I be playing? And I don't be playing. And then coming up on Mother's Day, that night at 9 o'clock, I got the gentrification expert himself, TJ Lofton. He gonna show y'all how to make money in this so-called gentrification sign. That's right. You can't just let white folks gentrify and you black folks don't gentrify. Start gentrifying. I love that. So, and last but not least, before we go in and bring on our guests, on next Wednesday, we got my brother from another mother. They used to call him my son because they said he looked like me. But I got my 9 children already. I don't need 10. I'm good. But this brother is an entrepreneur, an author of How to Build a Successful Online Business While Working a 9-to-5. Brother Quasi will be with us on Wednesday, May the 12th. That's right, Wednesday, May the 12th. And of course, to continue what's going on after that, we got Marcia Moore coming in. That's right, Marcia Maria Moore. Matter of fact, I got her flyer right here because I did do that. And this beautiful sister is not only an author, a poet, a natural healing advocate, and the founder of Eater Care and the Caribbean Craze Dance and Workout. She'll be with us on May the 16th. That happens to be my wife in a different life, Janet Jackson's birthday. So I'm gonna celebrate Janet that day. That's my mother flipping girl. I don't care what nobody say. I love me some Janet. Don't you say nothing wrong about my Janet. Say nothing wrong about my Janet. That's her birthday. And of course, we got on May the 19th, we got Lioness Crown coming in. And on, if you look at the bottom, the special broadcast, we got Dr. Phil Valentine coming in because he got a webinar coming up. And then we got Nadine Barton, is a naval officer and author. She'll be coming in. And then Shireen, the former disco diva, Susie Q, will be in the building. So let's give all of them a round of applause as I continue. Okay. So before we bring on our guests, I got my partner and Vibe in the background waiting over there. She's going to be ready. Okay, I see her. She just bounced right into that chair. All right, that chair be bouncing. I love our black women. They got a bounce. They got a bounce to them. It be bouncing. Let me stop. Without any further ado, let's welcome one of my bouncers, the one, the only, Empress Aisha.
Oh my goodness, you are so funny. Oh my goodness.
What up, girl?
What's up? How are you?
I see you bouncing all over the place. What's going on with that bounce?
You have to make sure I have my paper, my pen, I have to get all my little goodies together.
Okay, you got your goodies together. Oh man, we got a special show today.
Oh yes,
we got a special. Let me shout out your stuff. Of course, I already showed your stuff, but I want to make sure they see what's on the bottom here. Make sure this is all right. Boom! Oh yeah, so make sure y'all hit her up on Womillion Adornments or Womillion_adornments. Email her at Empress Aisha Amour at Gmail and spread love. That's right, at Cash App, $ Aisha Amour, Empress Amour. Go. So, hey, so how you feeling? How was your day? How was everything? Everything good?
It was good. It was beautiful. Had a beautiful start. It was a beautiful day. I couldn't complain.
That's what I'm talking about. How the babies? They're grown up babies now, but how the babies?
The children will always be babies to us. So
yeah, they always be babies to us. Don't you mess with my baby. That's how we do. Oh man, so I'm glad everything is well. Well, we got a special guest coming up, and I see her in the background. And this sister, I had her do a guest co-host before with Dr. Phil Valentine because her and I have similar connections to what Phil Valentine does as far as the vaccine exemption. Matter of fact, her mother got a vaccine exemption for her back in the day, while I was getting vaccine exemption for my children around the same year. She was born on them. That's interesting. So this is interesting. So I am honored to know that the sister is a holistic practitioner who's using the eyes to stare into the challenges of the body, implementing herbal detox and blends and healing to make healing begin. So remember, family, the art of iridology is ancient. Iridology is a healing technique used for thousands of years to detect diseases by looking into the eyes. And like they say there's a saying that the eyes are the windows to the soul. Well, like I put up on this thing here, I said, your eyes are the windows to your health. Oh, yes. People don't realize that. So without any further ado, we want to welcome right here on King Simon Presents with ourselves, Empress Aisha and more. And we're going to bring on the one, the only, Dr. Shakira. Shakira. We're in the building. What's up, Shakira? Shakira. A lot of mercy. How you doing?
Like, yes, greetings. I feel great. I feel amazing. I give thanks for being here. I feel just out of this world.
That's a good thing. Thank you very much for deciding to join us right here on Cinco de Mayo.
Yes.
But the Latino people are having fun, and my Cuban side of me was having fun today too. My Cuban side was having fun. My Jamaican said, "What a blood clot y'all do?" So I had to hold back a little because Jamaica not go for them thing there. But enough respect to you and what you do and how you do. And how's the family? How's everybody on your side?
Oh, all is well, giving thanks. No complaints here. Everything is everything. Mm-hmm.
That's good. Now let this is Empress Aisha Moore. Empress, this is the one.
Greetings,
beautiful sister. Yes.
Let me give you let me say it correctly. Dr. Shakira.
That's right.
Thank you.
Put some respect to that name. You got a doctor in there.
Yes.
Sorry about that. I never called myself doctor in the beginning. It wasn't until my clients, they said, listen, you need to call yourself a doctor. And I'm like, I wasn't sure to when I first started. It was like, listen, all this stuff you just did for me, you told me things that, my own medical doctor couldn't tell me. Dr. Shakira Moore. And then that's when I started to have confidence built up to really, come out and, call myself a doctor. So that was just to share that story.
Well, congratulations.
Yes, congratulations.
Congratulations. First of all, this is your website, holisticaPalace.com, and your linktree /Holistica Healing. And of course, let's go to some of this. Let's get rid of some of the business. Of course, Shakira Moore is our guest. Contact her by finding your beauty at yahoo.com. You could also email her. Also, her IG is Holistic Hope, and spread love via Cash App on Holistica Love, $Holistica Love, and PayPal.me /Holistica Goddess. So make sure y'all show her love. If you want a consultation, I did one just recently. Great job. And I knew she was the real deal because she pinpointed things that Dr. Africa did back in the day, where a couple of years ago when he had when he was teaching a class. I was there for these two young ladies, and he had them examine my eyes and all that, and then whatever they missed, Dr. Africa came back behind them and like boom, 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 boom. And I was like, whoa. And Doc went to the forehead, the face. He started looking at hands and feet, and I'm like, hey, damn, Doc. I said, tell me I'm gonna die or something. Help me out here. Everything was good. He recognized that I had surgery on my left side and all that stuff. So Iridology is the truth, family. When I say Iridology is the truth, I ordered a few stuff. I haven't ordered the finished product from your website yet, but I got the pumpkin seeds and all the stuff that I need and all that. And I've been doing the exercises there, doing my eye exercises. So that's been helping a lot. Putting on my blue blockers to block me from this energy here, because the blue blockers help to calm this energy down. I don't wear glasses. This helps to calm the energy from the computers down. And I got like 7 of them. So I got to make sure I'm right.
Wow. Yeah, definitely.
I got a lot of energy around me. So what was your journey like to getting into iridology and natural health, Dr. Shakira, please?
Yes. In the beginning, I never thought that I would, be into just medicine. It wasn't until, I started doing a lot of fasting. I changed my eating lifestyle back in 2015, where I started just really transforming myself. I know I wanted to go plant-based vegan because I had a daughter. My daughter at the time was very young, and I knew I wanted to raise her that way. I started researching Dr. Sebi. And from there, I just really took off with my entire transformation. It wasn't until I was working at my job at the time, and everyone's asking me, how'd you do this? How'd you do that? So I'm giving all this different advice, and I'm like, you know what? This is what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be helping people with their health. So iridology, when that came into play, and that wasn't until a little after that, where my mother told me she actually went to an iridologist when I was young. And I love the story. It was just so random how it came up, and it flowed so well. She said that she had this aching pain that wouldn't go away for weeks. And I'm talking, it was a pain that's unbearable. And once I finish the story, people who went through this will know that pain. And my grandmother, who go to an iridologist, she went to an iridologist regularly. She told my mother, listen, you need to go to that iridologist. You've been to the hospital. They gave her pain medication. They ran every test. And I want to be clear, they ran every test, still could not find out what was going on with her. Well, 2 minutes, family, into the iridologist chair, he told her exactly the seat of the pain, the root of the pain. And it was her gallbladder, her gallstones. And she's like, oh my gosh, what? Like he named all the foods that caused it. And it was right where how her diet was at the time. He gave her a remedy to pass the stones, told her to fast, and boom, pass the stones and no more pain. That story just did so much for me. It opened my eyes, literally, to know that you can look into the eyes and really help a person get rid of their pain, to really see the root cause of the disease. And the fact that the medical doctor couldn't see it, I mean, that was just very, very just eye-opening for me. So from there, I started my studies. I looked up schools. I went to school. I went to the Trinity School of Natural Health. And I also went to another school under my Grand Master, and that was about 2 years. So I have my naturopath and my certification in Master of Iridology. So it's been so rewarding just living in this purpose, and just to know that my grandmother loved it so much. I'm literally living her dreams. And every time I think about that, it makes me so, just gives me goosebumps all the time, just to know that this path was literally set for me. My family, we're very holistic. And we're just, I'm taking it further,
Yeah.
And
That's a beautiful thing. Is your grandmother still alive? She's still alive? Still here?
No, she transitioned.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
sorry. Yes. Okay,
Yes.
sorry. So she's probably right now on the ancestral altar. You showing her that respect and giving
That's
her that.
right.
Yeah, she's definitely working through you, because if you're continuing that journey, I totally understand that. That's something like my grandmother. She was a midwife and a nurse and all that stuff. And she said I had good hands back in the day. That's what made me go to school for massage therapist at one time. And I got my certification. I went for my license, just got my certification to work under licensed people. So I understand when a grandmother tells you something and what it is, you try to flow with it. And, again, with me being into numbers, my grandmother always remembered people's birthdays. And boom, it's not like she was into numbers. She just knew birthdays and sent cards. But that's what them ancestors are for. Those grandmothers, those elders are for, to remind us what we're supposed to do and see that it's in the DNA to do what we do. You know what I'm saying? So
that's right.
That's a powerful thing. Now, Empress, do you have a question? Please give us some questions. Share some love.
What is it like for you? Like, I'm just curious. What's it like for you just walking down the street and looking at people? Like, are you able? Do you feel like you can't look? Like, I don't want to look. I might see something. Or you just having one of those conversations?
Well, when I'm like, you mean like I'm having a conversation? Sometimes, and it's very interesting. I could literally be around someone very close in proximity, and I can, even though I'm not looking in the eyes, I can kind of feel from the energy what's wrong with the person. And actually, as I did a show before, and I asked a person, would we be afraid if someone was to pull us aside and say, listen, this is what's going on here, and I felt this, and I want you to take a look at that. I mean, a lot of us, we get spooked or scared to hear, information like that, especially if we don't understand it. We don't have the full understanding of how the body can tell disease. Even your energy, your aura can tell disease, emotional disease, spiritual disease, which I'm definitely going to go deep into that, because iridology is more than just looking into the eyes. It's really, you're looking into a person's soul. You can see the emotional pain, where the pain lies, and how each organ relates to emotional pain. So yes, when I'm constantly, I'm around people, I can sense what organ is actually weak. Do I see anything? No, most of the time, no, I do not. I feel in my spirit when it is time for me to say something, then I will. But most of the time, source is telling me, just that's your information, and when that person is ready, then you can reveal that information.
That's funny that she asked that question, because it took me back about 7 years with another person who studied under Dr. Africa, who happened to be a friend of mine's wife at that time, before they divorced. But she was an iridologist, and we always was afraid to look her in the eyes, and we always wore our glasses around our shades. Like, look, you ain't looking in our eyes, because we know how. Matter of fact, she was a former wife of Brother Polite, and Anoket used to be able to to look at eyes, and she had these big eyes herself, so she was able to see, and she will tell you in a minute. One time she told the guy, yo, you need to really go check your health. And when he went to go check it, she was absolutely right. And she just looked at him and said, yo, you got to check your health. And you know, that guy passed on like the next 3 months after, because he didn't really go and check it. He didn't really. Right. He went and probably went and got the consultation, but he didn't go and follow through. Another dear friend, matter of fact, is the guy that introduced me to Polite at that time. So that was back in 2008, 2009. So it was crazy. So yeah, Iridology is the truth, family. And I think everybody should, again, thumb up the video, like the video. We got Dr. Shakira Moore in the building. Shakira Fatimah Moore. That's a beautiful name. I like that little name. Fatimah was a great person in history. And also, hit her up on her email. She has IG, she has Facebook, but she's Shakira Fatimah Moore on Facebook. I didn't put that in, but you can hit her up on IG, which is better because she does respond. Holistic Hope. And of course, spread love via Cash App, show us some love via PayPal. And of course, this is her website right here, holisticahealer.com, www.holisticahealer.com. And she got a link tree that links to everything that's Holistica Healing. Of course, that link tree. You know, sis, Iridology, it can be very scary to a lot of people. And because it says so much in the eyes, says so much to the person. It's not just the windows, but it's also reflecting things that have happened. You know, even like the hand, marks start showing up in the hands and the feet because of what trauma or whatever you went through. You know, the cases that you've dealt with over the years, were there some points where you was actually frightened to tell them the truth about what's going on in their body? Because I know it can get that deep sometimes. Absolutely.
Definitely in the beginning. I would kind of be hesitant. I'll use words that wasn't so alarming to say, hey, there's a weakness here or there's a weakness there, just so that I wouldn't scare a person into having what I call a secondary disease of the mind.
Yes.
So I was so careful, too careful, because you don't want to you don't want to do it too light, but you don't want to do it too heavy. And that's one of the reasons why I don't name any disease during any of my presentations. I don't say you have this, you have that. Sometimes I may name specific diseases so a person can understand and be familiar what's going on. But as far as saying, oh, you have diabetes or you have that, you will never hear those words come out of my. But as far as just being hesitant in the beginning, yes. Now, as far as now, I'm able to, use certain wording where I can still have the person understand like the seriousness and the urgency to really cleanse and detox the body, but without, using these medical terms, these diagnoses that, the next thing we get sent, we're home and we're worried, we're frightened with this new word that has been placed on us,
Right. Empress, you got a question, please. Go ahead.
Yes. What about for like children? I'm always curious. That's my main thing. What about the children? Because looking at children's eyes, is it the same like looking at adults' eyes? Because they might have less stress veins in their eyes. I don't know. Like, what's going on with the children?
That's a great question. I actually have an Iridology family counseling program where we do the parents and the children. Children 2 years and older. And the reason why that is by that age, you can tell what's going on in their eyes. It's a little more developed and they can sit a little bit more still than a child who's older than that. But the children are very, very important to have an iridology consultation for your child, teenager. It is so important. And why is that? You can literally avoid different diseases in their entire lifetime. And not only what I discovered with iridology is that I can actually see family history. So let's say I have a child who's 6 years old or 7 years old, and I'm able to see, well, this is what, if they eat a certain way, they have a specific lifestyle. This is the organs that are weak within their bloodline. Okay, this is what's going on as far as the kidneys, the bladder, the reproductive. I can actually see if a female child will be prone to traumatic menstruation. So what I do is I'll tell the parent, I'll say, listen, this is how we have to, feed the child, give the child extra minerals, extra this, extra that, and so forth, so that they're not going through different diseases that the grandparents and the parents have gone through. And this is the key. This is the key with iridology. We want to avoid. That is the entire reason for why I do what I do. I don't want you to go through any pain. If you can avoid pain, why not? I love this quote. It says, you don't pick up a sword after the war has started, or you don't dig a well for water after you become thirsty. No, you have these tools in hand already, so that you don't have to get prepared. And that's what iridology is it's your complete blueprint mapping of your body, so that now you have the tools that you need. And as I gather from Brother King Simon, your own GPS of your entire body, so that you know how to navigate the world, and your children know how to navigate the world, so that they're not going through different diseases and pain in their lifetime.
No, that's a powerful thing. That's why people, you need to share this, because we have our guest, Dr. Shakira Moore, Dr. Shakira Moore. She's not only our guest, but she's an iridologist, and of course, she's a health advocate. Of course, dealing with she has her own holistic products also on her website to help foster better health in the body. Because the body heals itself, as many of our teachers have talked about, and the importance of fostering the environment for it to heal if you are going or reversing the effects of it. Like she said, she can follow the pathology in the family. There's a pathology that we have, because I know my family, you have your diabetes, you have your high blood pressure. I know that's in the family. Colon problems, I know it's in my family. My grandfather, my mother brought the x-rays of my grandfather's colon after he died, but he was 103 years old. He lived to, but he had that thing, and he actually was supposed to get the surgery. And what he did is went to the herbs to help cleanse a lot of that. So it helped. The surgery was supposed to happen when he was 89, but he lived until 103 after he did what he had to do, because he didn't want to do the surgery. But he went and got eye surgery. He got the laser surgery at 90. I'm like, Pops. He was just magnificent as far as I was concerned. I was like, wow, he really wanted, so we paid for his eye surgery. That's just what it was. If that's what he wanted, we made it happen, and he was able to see a little bit better. But I guess, but that's why iridology, family, is so important, so it can and these are one of the modalities that is important, because remember, this is a whole body healing. You want to reverse whatever's going on, or like she says, preventative measures. It's about preventing. And because too many of our people are reactionaries. After we get it, that's when we want to fight it.
That's how we are.
Stop reacting. Now, the question I have for you, my dear, I know that iridology is a stronghold in the in what you've learned, but are the people out there, are our people more prone to come towards the iridologist, or is other people, Europeans or other, how is it working for you? Is it?
As you're like, are you asking more so? Are we more into iridology,
more acceptable? Yes,
is it
more acceptable.
European descent?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I would say more so. It's growing within our community. Okay. Before, even when I first got into it, sister was so shocked that she was like, "Oh my gosh, a sister doing iridology." She's so used to people of European descent doing iridology. In fact, they named the father of iridology Dr. Bernard Jensen, which is a man of European descent. So a lot of people are used to seeing not us in this art. And in my opinion, and what I'm seeing, a lot of people are gravitating to holistic. A lot of people minds are opening, and especially I make it fun. I make it more inviting to really get into iridology, because what I like to do and what I created is called Detox with Iridology. And what that is literally aligning your entire health, physical, spiritual, and emotional. Okay, and I help you to really understand your body based upon again, looking into the eyes. I also look around the eyes. I look also on the face as well, the tongue. I do that sometimes just so I can have a definitive answer of a diagnosis. But what I like to say again, with our people, we are definitely getting in tune, getting tapped in with iridology, because I'm telling you, I bring a whole different twist to it. It's not how we used to do it. There's again, I've made so many different discoveries as far as looking into the family history and actually knowing exactly what side the disease came from. So many people were so shocked, like, oh my gosh, how'd you know that was on my mom's side or my dad's side? So the eyes can tell that. And actually it also can tell how long the disease is going, and even also childhood diseases, whatever you went through in childhood, all of that is revealed through the eye. But what's so important and what's so interesting about this art is that I can also see brewing illnesses. So things that may be coming your way, so that you, again, prevention. All right. That is the name of the game. That is the key to prevent. So I can see, like, hey, I see in the bronchial tubes, there may be some bronchitis coming. They're like, well, I don't feel anything. Well, this is what we're going to do to avoid it. Okay. So again, you may not feel every symptom, but this is what's coming if we don't take the proper measures to detox and strengthen that part of the body.
That's powerful, sister. I'm so happy that you explained that. Empress Aisha, please share your question.
What about, I'm curious about cataracts, because someone in my family recently was diagnosed with cataracts only in one eye, and the other eye is it's pretty decent. So what about someone with cataracts? With someone with cataracts, would you be able to see what's going on with their body if they have cataracts, like the covering over their eyes?
Yes. Yes, I'm actually able to see that as soon as I look into the eye. I can see the lens, the cornea covering with the film, and more so that has a lot to do with the lymphatic system. And again, that also goes into cholesterol, with the medical terms cholesterol. So what we do, if they go to an ophthalmologist or an eye doctor, they'll see it. And they have something called the wait and watch method. And this is so important, family, because so many of our people are going to doctors and they're saying, hey, we see the cataract forming, we see it there, but we can't do anything about it yet because it's so small. So let's just wait, come back after a year. After a year, it's already, advanced. And now the option is surgery, but that's not what we do here. Okay. As soon as I can see the cataract at its very in infancy stage, where doctor won't even pick it up, so what we do, we start right away. We don't wait and watch. We don't do any of that. I have a blend, which we're actually turning into a tincture, an eye drop called Eagle Eye Blend, which I have so many different herbs that I put together to help reverse and even prevent cataracts. Okay, you make an eye wash out of it. You drop the eye drops into your eyes, and what it does is it brings all that blood flow back into the eyes. It actually helps to bring the eye pressure down. And also what I pair with that is the lymphatic cleanser, because that's what the person's going to need to do to cleanse the lymphatic. So all that mucus, because that's all that is just mucus covering the eye. And once you start to put those eye drops in the eye, you see all this white stuff coming out. I had so many clients saying, oh my goodness, what does this mean? And that's just one of the side effects of the herb, but that's a good thing, because you want all that backed up mucus to come out of the cornea, out of the lens, out of the back of the eye. So that's what we want to get into, but definitely cataracts can be reversed. Okay, can be prevented. Okay, again, eye diseases is one of those diseases that, you know, when it's forming, we can't even tell. Okay, so there's different things that, you know, we need to do throughout our lives just to prevent eye deterioration. Okay,
Yes,
this is very important.
You know, and that the people that are just tuning in, we have Dr. Shakira Moore, our guest and iridologist. Please, again, you see her contact on the screen. Make sure you show her love via IG, and of course, spread love via Cash App, and of course, her PayPal. And this is her website, just in case you do want to book a session. You could go to her website, go to her link tree, and find out what's going on with your eyes, so you can do some preventative measure. Because, like we used to say back in the day, prevention is better than cure. An ounce of prevention is better than a pound of cure. That's what the whole saying is. Says my grandmother used to keep it short. Prevention is better than cure. That's all she used to say. You know, but then I read it as an ounce of prevention is better than a pound of cure. Now I know what it is. You know, so you know, you said something about the eye doctor. And if they can recognize this type of pathology, why do they not recommend sometimes going to someone like you that can reverse it naturally?
Well, most ophthalmologists or optometrists have never heard of iridology. When I went to with my mom, because I actually helped my mom heal a lot of her eye challenges. We went with her, and I told him, you know, what it is that I do, and I'm an iridologist, because he was telling her, you know, certain things that she would need to do. And again, they use fancy terms that we don't understand. So I'm letting him know, yeah, I do iridology, and I can look into the eyes. And he said, yeah, we can see diabetes and different things like that, but he's never heard of it, you know. So that was interesting and mind blowing for me. But when it comes to, again, with medical, okay, it's still a practice. And I think a lot of people don't really realize that yet. You know, we put our faith, we put our trust into a system that is practicing on us, you know, and it shows us every single time with surgeries, unnecessary surgeries, when we're having organs taken out. And when you have an organ taken out, that just simply means that the medical establishment could not go further into understanding what was wrong in the first place, that they just take it out.
Wow.
You know, so we really, really have to understand a difference between Western and Eastern medicine, because Eastern medicine is us. That's who we are. Okay. But again, when it comes to the eye doctor, they have, and this is with every physician, they have something called the wait and watch method, where they watch the disease progress. And it's real. You guys can actually Google this. You Google wait and watch method, where they watch the disease progress. They say, listen, they may see a something in the eye, something in the throat, and they say, listen, just come back after a year or two, and we'll see how it's doing. Well, by then the problem got worse, and well, all we can do is surgery. That's all we can do. And sisters, they tell this to the sisters when it comes to cysts and fibroids. The cyst can be this small, and they'll tell them, is it bothering you? Well, no, it's not bothering me. Well, don't worry about it then. This is what gynecologists are telling sisters. And next thing you know,
and then the fibroid is this big.
Exactly. It starts to get 5 centimeters. And I actually had a young sister that happened to, where she went 6 months prior, came back, it was as big as a golf ball, and she didn't want surgery. You know, young girls, they stray away from surgery. And what I did, I told her, listen, this is what we have to do. We put her on this herb, this practice, you know, got to do the yoni steaming within, she had 6 weeks to make a decision to have surgery, to have the cyst removed. In those 6 weeks, she did everything that I instructed her to do. She came back, the cyst was gone. Okay, so this is what we do when it comes to knowing what herb to implement. And again, beans is so important. Chlorophyll is so important. I cannot stress that enough. That is important for every disease. Yes, liquid chlorophyll, chlorella, kale, your turnip greens, all of the cruciferous vegetables. You need that in the diet every single day. and that gives the body oxygen. You know, the disease cannot survive in an oxygenated state. So this is why ultimately that cyst was able to shrink for the sister. So this is what we have to pay attention to. It is still a practice, and they are practicing on you. So we have to really understand the difference and know that when it comes to medicine, again, we're not downing the medical establishment. There are good in it. There is good in it. You know, when it comes to trauma, you get hurt, car accident, you know, different things like that. That's what I say, okay, go to the medical establishment. But when it comes to different things that you can actually heal at home, okay, again, my affirmation that I say is, you are the doctor of your own home. You are the doctor of your own home, and you have to know what herb to take when you're challenged, how to take care of yourself. And this is what when it comes to knowledge of self, how to actually go into your body and know exactly what to do when and where. That's very important, you know. And I learned that throughout my studies, and also we learn that in martial arts. I'm actually also a martial artist, and my grandmaster, not only does he teach about the physical, but he teaches about anatomy. He's very big on that. One of the things he always says,
most martial arts.
Exactly, he said a martial artist, only a real martial artist knows how to defend himself physically, mentally, and spiritually. Even if he's challenged with a disease, you have to know what to do. So that's very important. That's what I teach people.
And what system do you practice, my sister? What system?
Well, it's called the angelic system. He created his own system, Grandmaster Dan McEady, under Ronald Duncan.
That's Master Duncan is my teacher. One of my teachers.
Yes. Us.
And one of my teachers was Dr. Powell, and under Dr. Powell's system. But me and Master Duncan, I used to have him on my radio show. I went to his dojo on Jamaica Ave. Man, he used to put us in the dark and turn off the lights. And Master Powell did back in the days, and Anthony them. But when I really seen it is when I seen Master Duncan's blind student. I think he's a Shion now. Shion Mark, I think his name is. But he used to win the knife contest blind, knife throwing contest blind. But now you see we here with the eyes, but that was a blind student, so he always taught the physically impaired. So yes, Ron Edie, big up to Master Edie, of course, all the time, and I know he knows Dr. Master Duncan and all the rest of them. Master Paul and all the rest of them. So I know how this works.
Those are his brothers. Yes.
Yes. So I understand. So you know what's so interesting, sister? Somebody's asking about certain. I want to show somebody a book up in the front. This is an old book written in 1929. This one is called "Better Sight Without Glasses." Without glasses. It's written by Harry Benjamin, written in 1929, and this is like the 1992 6th edition, but it was copywritten in 1929. Somebody says, let me share what they said in the comments with you, my dear. One person asked the question, how I think it was Beautiful One 41. How can you help simple eyesight seeing better without glasses? I just showed a book, but you go ahead, sister.
Absolutely, yes. What you can do for that is again, the eagle eye blend is so powerful for restoring vision. Why it brings the circulation back into the eyes. We don't realize we have tiny blood vessels behind our eyes that needs nourishment, that needs oxygen. And when the arteries and the veins are restricted of flow, even to the heart and the lungs, it also restricts from the eyes. So this is what causes poor vision over time. So what you want to do, we have an eye wash. It's called the Eagle Eye Blend. And you make the eye wash. Again, we're transitioning to a tincture to make it easier for people so that you're just literally dropping the drops into the eye. But right now, we have the Eagle Eye Wash Blend where you're making the tea. We send you a dropper. We send you the eye dropper, and you're actually dropping the eye drops into your eye. 3 to 6 drops, 3 times a day. But the key is you have to be consistent. I have several people, so many different reviews where people said that they didn't even need their glasses after a while. The prescription just kept going lower from not just the Eagle Eye Blend, but also the diet. It's very important. You want to refrain from any refined white foods. That's what causes eyesight deterioration, and definitely the sugars and salt. Okay. And all the ramen, all of that our community loves so much, that ramen, again, because it has so much sodium in it. But that is what helps to restore the eyesight. That the herbs like eye bright, raspberry leaf.
My applause just came on without, so they must know they need to applaud. So that's crazy. It just came on without even.
You are silly. You are silly.
It just came on without me saying nothing. I'm pressing a button. It's all good. But somebody just asked Queen. Somebody said Queen is on it because I got many books by Bernard Jensen. I have one exploring iridology and nutrition studies by Bernard Jensen, a compilation of his writing from 1978 to 1992. Yeah, I heard of Bernard. Yes. I think I have a few books on him too. But yes.
Yes, he's actually the father. They call him the father of American iridology.
Right, that's what they call the father of American. Exactly.
His books are very, very, very good. If anyone is interested in learning more about iridology, you want to learn about iridology yourself, become an iridologist, that is where you want to start. That's where I started, digging deep into. I have so many of his books. I don't have that one. I'm definitely going to look into that one, but I have so many of his books where it just really goes deep into that science. Okay, so it's amazing what you can see in the eyes. But I want to just finish up what the sister was saying, asking the ginkgo. We put the ginkgo in the eye blend for floaters. So if anyone's experiencing floaters when it comes to, you're seeing different markings and you're thinking it's something, you're trying to grab it. Well, the ginkgo actually helps with the floaters because it actually puts more, helps to bring the fluid back into the eye. Okay, so I just definitely want to share that. Okay, so before we used to just have eye bright, but we have so many different herbs because so many different herbs are good for the eyes. So I just wanted to share that with the family.
Hold on, I'm muted. I'm sorry. Family, please make sure you go to her website, go to a link tree. You can actually set up a consultation. Of course, due to what's going on, she can do it over Zoom and all of that, and she can help out. She'll show you how to take pictures of the eyes and all kinds of stuff with your phone. And you would email it to her and all of that good stuff. And then she will actually do a whole hour session with you to help you and then guide you to where you got to go and what you. Now, a lot of the problems usually, Dr. Shakira, is a lot of people are not consistent. I myself, I can say sometimes I'm not consistent. We still want to eat the food that we grew up on and still are stimulated by certain ancestors in our bloodline. And that's the truth. We are stimulated by a lot of stuff in our bloodline. How do you break the habits? Because I know it has to, you according to your website here, you also are a nutritional advisor. So how do you put a person on a nutritional diet to give them guidance so they can at least better build the immunity or the eye healing to start healing what's going on in the pathologies that's in the body? How do you do that, please?
Absolutely. And I'm so glad you asked that question.
Yes, ma'am.
Nutrition is very, very important when it comes to iridology. We don't have one without the other. This is actually how we can see healing lines once the body is introduced to raw food nutrition that the body can recognize and assimilate. The way that I introduce nutrition, and this really in the beginning of my studies and as an iridologist, I noticed that so many people were becoming recidivists after our initial consultation. They'll be all ready and saying, yes, I'm ready to do this. And, 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, we're back to the same lifestyle. And it's okay. Again, the programming is not going to be broken with one consultation. So this is why I developed a program called Detox with Iridology course. We have courses now where I'm able to you're able to have sessions, more than one session. And it lasts, we have 4 sessions, 1 hour each, where we literally take you on a step-by-step program of not only just the disease, the physical disease, but how it got there, why is it there, and what each organ is and what organ is connected to an emotion. You know, what is the deep seated root of the pain that got you here, that got you to this disease. Okay, so one of the first things we do in the first session, I call it the sweep. And a lot of people, when we're when we're going into a new lifestyle, we don't really understand that a lot of different things have to be eliminated before we can actually begin to heal. So I call it the sweep. Yes, you're going into your cabinets, you're reading ingredients and seeing, okay, if this is good, this is good. Especially those all those seasonings, the condiments, reading if it has sugar, it has salt, and we swipe all of that out, you know, so that again, anything that is causing the disease, we do not want in our space anymore. So that is going more into the initial. Then you're going to understand, you know, somehow to get to alternatives. Okay, because right now we have so many different alternatives, but then again, we have, I call it 2 different kind of plant-based vegans. You have the raw food and the one who eats the fruits and vegetables and things of the earth. And then you have the one who eats vegan junk, you know? So again, both are good, but you don't want to do too much vegan junk, as it's too much oil for the arteries, all that cooked food. So we learn the difference between the 2 and how to transition really to a real plant-based lifestyle. And I've had clients who never thought they would stop eating meat, and and to this day, they're not eating meat. I mean, here and there, they may have a little, you know, little fish, okay? Mm-hmm. Overall, there's no more beef in the diet, no more pork, no more chicken. So these things are possible with proper guidance and long-term guidance. Again, your spirit needs to constantly be fed. It has to constantly be fed in order to be reminded of what is needed to do. Okay, so that is what I would say for, you know, that aspect of the nutrition.
Right. Now I want to do a little something real quick, because I'm able to share screen, and I want to bring this up and see if you can look at. Can you see it? Can you see it?
I can. Yes, I can.
Right. So let's get in now. Let's talk about this now, because what's so interesting now, Lloyd Strayhorn, one of my teachers in numerology, is a palmistry, and he's able to, on your left hand represents your family and your right hand represents you. So now when you look at the eyes, is it similar? The eye, one of the eyes can be family, one side, and then how do you find the pathology in a family through the eyes like this?
Well, both eyes tell the family story. Eye tells whether it's coming from masculine or feminine. The masculine.
Wait, hold on. Which eye?
I can't. I revealed that in my book, but I'll say it. Each eye tells which this is coming from the father's side, masculine, and what's coming from the mother's side, feminine. Okay. I'm able to pinpoint exactly, you know, which side of the family had, you know, what disease and what your weaknesses may be. Okay, so dad had kidney troubles, respiratory troubles. This is what a person may have, what we call an inherent weakness, which is a genetic weakness to that. And it can be activated at any time, again, depending on the lifestyle, environment, habits. But again, we do our best to avoid. Sometimes it's already activated. And again, we can always cleanse the body over time to reverse that ailment. What's another thing that's very interesting about this chart when it comes to iridology, and I want to be clear, there's a big difference between iridology and sclerology. Okay. Sclerology is looking into the white part of the eyes and nosing from there. You have a lot of people doing that today. When they look in the whites and say, oh, it's very brown, that means you have liver, colon issues. Okay, that's good, but it's not more of a definitive answer. The difference with iridology is when you look in the iris, which is the color part of the eye, there's markings specific markings and specific names that we use to detect exactly what's going on in an organ, how long it's been there. That's very important. And it comes with experience with iridology to see how long the disease has been there and how long it's going to take to get rid of it. So we can see if the area is going to be hard to cleanse or if it's going to be easy. So I tell my clients straight up, well, this area is going to be very, very challenging to detox. You're going to go through something called the healing crisis, where you're like you're sick, but you're not sick. It's your body healing itself. You're going to have all this mucus. You may get a sore throat. You may be bedridden, but this is the body expelling all the toxins that have been lying there for years. So that's another very important thing to tell the clients what the healing process is going to be like. And it's
Now, people are asking if you have phone number, but I'm sending everybody to your link or email you. But do you have a business phone number I can put up here or what?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Hold on. Go ahead. Let me write it down. Go ahead.
570.
570.
972.
972.
9308.
9308. Okay, so I'm going to put that up in the chat. Put that right now up on the screen, family. Her website. Here it is, and you got it. Okay, there's it. 570, correct? 972-9308, correct?
That's right. Out of PA. That's right.
That's right. Hold on. Let me put the dot between those that so it can separate it, that make it look good. I'm here typing fast, like I type fast. It's all right. Empress Aisha, you have any questions? Please give a question. Share some questions. Get yourself off of mute and ask your question. Get yourself off of the mute.
Yes.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yes, go ahead.
You have a lot of background noise, King Simon.
Yeah, I know, but go ahead. No problem.
What about those with allergies? And they always rubbing their eyes. Your eyes is always red, teary. This is allergy season. So what about those people? Yes, is it when you look into someone's eyes who has allergies, you could pinpoint where these allergies is coming from? Or is it just something that's seasonal?
Well, allergies is the inability to adapt to the season change. And the reason why that is that the immune system, the defense system, I like to call it, is so low. The white blood cells are so low that the defense, your military cells doesn't have enough to fight during the season change. So when we're transitioning from winter to summer, of course, a person who has a low functioning immune defense system will have the sinus infections, the itchy eyes, the red eyes, the allergens to pollen. Okay, because again, that is your defense system's inability to fight anything that comes your way. So the key is to raise the white blood cells and to boost your defense system before the season change. So anytime you enter a new season, you want to, again, get your chlorophyll, get your different herbs, your tonics. Okay, one of my favorite herbs to boost the immune system, the defense system before the season change is a Chinese root herb called astragalus, which it actually raises the white blood cells. Okay, so that you're not going through all of these different allergy like symptoms. Also, you can use eye bright. Eye bright is very good for allergies when taken. So you can drink the eye blend that we have, the Eagle Eye Blend. You can actually drink it as well to combat those allergies. But that is what I would definitely say to avoid those annoying allergy symptoms and to combat it. You want to, again, prepare your body for the season change. Clean your blood. That is very important. You want to cleanse your bloodstream. Okay, so that is what I do for that.
So somebody's asking in the audience that they would like to do a lot in person, but I know doing what's going on right now, I know it's hard to do that. They want to know where you're located. Of course, let them know where you're located, of course, in which part of the world.
Absolutely. Yes, we are taking in person. We do have some who comes in the office located in Bartonsville, Pennsylvania. We have a small home office there. You can definitely do an in-person. If you're coming from New York, Connecticut, a lot of people do take the drive. So we are in Bartonsville, Pennsylvania, about an hour and a half to 45 minutes from New York, and about the same from Philly, and about an hour from Jersey.
Now, are they required to be tested or anything? What you want them to do?
No, and you're not even required to wear a mask. I'm gonna tell you that right now. If you wear a mask, you can wear a mask based upon your comfortability. But we in our office, we do not require to wear a mask and even a COVID test. So you're safe. But we do clean. We make sure everything is clean. We make sure everything is sanitized. We got the oils burning. We got the diffuser. We're gonna get a vaporizer. So yeah, we make sure that everything is a-okay.
Okay, good. I want people to know that it's very important that we still respect what's going on out there. It's because people are still getting sick, if anything, and I don't want anybody to think it's just all right to just pop up on people and you do have it and you want to spread it just because we gotta be careful nowadays. Our people are something else. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be very careful. She does have a right.
Yeah, we do ask specific questions when you come in. If you're in any pain, I look into the eyes. I check your pulse as well to see how your oxygen is doing, how your heartbeat's doing, just to make sure everything is okay before we get started. So these are different things.
And that's interesting. Can you tell if they got the virus through the eyes?
Not through the eyes. Not through the eyes. We can't tell through COVID if you have COVID-19 through the eyes, because again, with that, it's a name describing a bunch of symptoms. Again, the body, when you're diagnosed with COVID-19, I want the family to be clear that your body is expelling different all these toxins that that has been compacted for so many years. Okay, through the mucus, all the symptoms that I've seen based around this COVID is just the body expelling itself. What I like to say when it comes to the flu, or because a lot of it is flu-like symptoms, is these things happen overnight. You don't get respiratory illness overnight. You don't get pneumonia overnight. You don't get the diarrhea overnight. All of this stuff, all of these different symptoms have been to you for some time, but we cover it up. We suppress it through different medications, Mucinex, allergy medication, Benadryl, for so long that the body's on overload. And now you have no choice but to begin to heal. And we call it the healing crisis. Okay, so that is what's mainly going on when you're experiencing all of these symptoms. That mucus eventually has to come out. It's its way out. So again, disease does not happen overnight. The first symptom, the first illness that everyone experiences is a common cold. And that's a little mucus coming out. You see a little baby with a little mucus. That is their first entrance into disease. So do not take a cold or the little mucus lightly. You want to, again, that is the first sign of what's to come later on. So when it that lymphatic, when it comes to even the cataracts or issues with the throat or the breast, challenges that happened before that was tonsils, was the adenoid in the mouth. Everyone who said they had issues with the lymphatic system when it comes to the breast, because that's all the breast cancer is swollen lymph nodes in the breast, is that they have issues with the tonsils. Okay, so this is happening at 5 years old. If we have the understanding of what these diseases mean in the very beginning, we strike it at the first sight, at the first of attack, and this is the best way to avoid these challenges later on, such as cancer. Okay, so again, that's your first entrance into this that common cold, the little mucus coming out of anywhere in your body, not just the nose. It comes out through the lower extremities as well. So this is what we have to pay attention to.
And and someone just asked, does your health practice recommend or relate to sun gazing? Do you recommend?
I definitely recommend it for the eyes.
Yes.
Even for vitamin D deficiency, so many with those challenges, and especially right now, we're getting into summer, getting into that our season, our time to shine. So we need to be outside and staring right into the sun, and not putting on sunglasses. Take your sunglasses off. I know you want to look cool. All right. Cool, all right. I want to look cool too. I sometimes put it on myself, but the sunglasses is not for us. It never was. I'm not sensitive to the sun. You need the sun. Those sun rays actually feed different parts of the eye. Okay, it's the cornea goes into the lens and the iris, the retina. It actually stimulates these parts of the eye. So you want to, between the hours, when the sun comes up, I want to say around 6 a.m. When it's at its 5, 6 a.m. To about 3, 4 p.m., you want to be out in that sun, especially when it's at its peak, when you first wake up. I actually, last summer, and I'm definitely going to do it this summer, I used to wake up at 5:30 and just watch the sun come up and just stare right into the sun, with my little and my flowers around. So it's very therapeutic and very healing. You also do your breathing exercises while doing your eye exercises as well. I'm very big on breathing too. So you're going to hear during the consultation, I am very, very big on breathing exercises and strengthening the lungs with the breath. Breath is consciousness. Okay, so that's one of the different ways that I actually use to implement healing in the individual.
Someone's what's so interesting. I just got a new book on sun gazing. Also, so I've been doing this for years. But somebody just asked, does the UV rays damage the eyes when gazing into the sun? Now it depends on the time, people. Most people will tell you can't just go out there and some people blink at certain times, but there's certain times when you want to do a 30-second sun gaze or 60-second, you got to be very at the proper time. So go ahead, sister. Go ahead. Explain your perspective. Go ahead.
Yes, to my knowledge, damage the eyes. Again, during the peak hours, that is the best time when you want to go out and do the sun gazing for the eyes. I don't do it for long though. You don't just stand there for an hour straight.
No, can't do that.
And look into the sun. You can't do that. Okay, so there's just different intervals that you do it throughout the day. What I like to do, I do it 20 minutes. Then I come back around midday, 11, 12. I do the eye exercises while breathing as well. Breathing and eye exercises together brings more oxygen. And then again, while you're in the sun, that also as well. And again, it protects your eyes. It protects eye deterioration. Okay. Again, you don't want to do it for too long, and you don't want to do it at the. You want to do it when when the sun is at its peak. Okay, it won't have any use then. Okay, but that is what I would say for that. Not too long. Again, not too long. Just intervals in between when doing that.
Right. Yeah, because some people do it at sunrise. Some people do it at a certain point. Some people do it at sunset. So
I did sun gazing and I regretted it. So I'm glad you said not too long, because I didn't know how long to do it. I was just mesmerized that the sun was one color and then it just turned to completely black. So I was just like, it didn't bother my eyes. And then, I found out, I'm like, okay, I'm looking at the corner of the block. I couldn't see the man's face. I'm looking at people's faces from a few feet away, and I could not see their face. I saw a blur. It scared me. It lasted like for about 3 to 4 days. My vision was messed up. So
Yeah,
I'm
you
so
don't.
glad you got it.
Right.
You don't overdo it. You don't overdo it.
Right.
You don't
Right.
overdo it.
Don't over. Right.
I think I overdid it.
That.
Yeah, you're
I'm
not.
glad
That's why.
you said that.
That's why.
Mhm.
Now we got Google. There's no excuse for not going and researching. No excuse for not researching in Google, because
Don't do
we
it
don't have to
wrong.
go. We don't have to go into a library and go dig down in no books no more. We could just come up with it, and they'll tell you. You know,
Yeah.
I found that book in the. Then they telling you the same thing in this book, and this is an Indian, a guy from India. But you know, I remember Dr. Sabi used to talk about it. Dr. Africa has spoken about it. Polite, he does it all the time. You know, he does it regular. So I learned all of that from those years and listening to these teachers. And it's important because you can mess up your eye. I got my retina burnt out because I was working in a printing company years ago, and it damaged my retina from when I was younger. And then when I was blinded for a whole 24 to 48 hours. And because the company that I was working for, the Jewish company, they did not tell me I needed amber glasses and eye protection to do the printing, as far as using the UV light to shed light on the film. They didn't tell me that. They didn't even want me there because it was all Jewish. That they had to hire me from a company because they was trying to integrate whatever it was. And I can't believe it was still happening in that day and time, because that happened in the 90s. It was in the 90s. So it was very interesting. And then I had to learn about how to really use light for the eyes and protect the eyes and all that kind of stuff. But because too much of anything is not good. So you gotta be very mindful.
What about the color of the eyes? Does that make a difference? Like, does that have an effect or say anything about your health or your history or anything? Like blue eyes, light brown, hazel eyes.
Yes. When I see blue eye people are more prone to lymphatic challenges, such as the cholesterol, the tonsils, and you see a lot of that in people of European descent. They always have these different when it comes to those illnesses. But with brown-eyed people, we have a lot of challenges when it comes to circulatory. Okay, we're more prone to circulatory diseases when it comes to the blood, and that's why it's so important. That's why we have salt in our food so much. Why is that? You are studied, and you don't even know yourself to protect yourself, and this is why it's so important. This is why we teach the sweep. I call it the sweep because it's so important to get that salt, that sodium out of the household. Okay, because it's in everything, and it's in everything because, again, you are studied and they know your weaknesses. So this is what the brown-eyed people are more prone to, and blue-eyed people are prone to. Now we're starting to see different eye colors. Of course, due to mixing of races, we have now green eyes. We have so many different colors. So when you mix the two, now they're more prone to both challenges. Okay, so that's actually I really studied that deeply with in the book with Dr. Bernard Jensen. We talks about the different eye colors and what each eye color will be prone to. But yes, there is a huge that I'm glad you asked that, but because with the eye colors, you can determine a lot just by looking into seeing the eye color. I actually can see what your original eye color was as well. So when you come to me, I'm looking in the eye. Sometimes our eye color, it changes.
That's
and
right. That's right.
Because of the toxins, the amount of toxins we have in our body. This guy was so amazed when I said, "Listen, you had hazel eyes as a child." He's like, "How'd you know that?" I'm like, because I can see beneath all of the destruction where you were once pure. Wow. Do we remember when we were children? Our eyes were white. They were pure pearly white. The eyes were brown. You see you walk by, you say, "Oh, that baby got beautiful eyes." My daughter, my daughter has hazel eyes, so I watch her eyes all the time, and I notice if it changes, okay, then there's something going on. So and even with with because she has her hazel eyes from her dad's side, and he had hazel eyes, and it doesn't have it anymore. Because again, over time, the body, the eyes change as we begin, our health, internal health begins to deteriorate. So again, you can have your original eye color back. It's all about detoxing, okay? And there's a specific way to detox. This is why iridology is one of the best ways to do a targeted detox. Not just, you know, we have so many of our brothers and sisters, we know something's wrong, we wanna get right, so we're getting dandelion root, we're taking burdock, we're taking all of these different things, and we may not know that it's harming us more than helping us. We cannot take all of these different herbs at once without direction of what part of the needs help specific to you. So that's what I'm able to do. You know, you have a consultation with me, I see something going on in the kidneys, I know exactly, hey, you need a kidney bladder detox. And it's not your average kidney bladder detox. It's very bitter herbs, and you're doing this detox for 14 days or more, and you're doing it every month. And I would say you need to at least be consistent with the detox, because we can also see healing lines in the eye. So if you can bring up that chart, King Simon, I can definitely go into how we're able to see healing lines in the eye. That's very important.
Well, I took them down, actually. I erased it.
Okay, it's all right if you can't bring it up.
Because we went over time already, so I want to make sure. I want to make sure I'm good.
That's fine if you can't bring it up. It's one thing to say, you know, you diagnose a person with iridology, you diagnose them, you say this is what's going on, but it's a whole total different ball game when you're actually able to see the healing lines in the patient, because that shows that you gave the right treatment, and the person, the body was receptive and they were consistent. So it's actually both up on the doctor and the patient to see the treatment work. So I actually seen healing lines within myself. You know, people ask me all the time, do you look into your own eyes? Well, yes, I was very afraid to in the beginning, but once I did, I said, wow, okay, I know I have to do this, I know I have to do that. And over time, I want to say at least 8 to 10 months, I was able to see the areas lighten up, certain areas open up, where I can see all of those toxins leaving the specific organs in my body. So that's, you know, very important to know. Yeah, we see a brown spot, but can that brown spot be removed? Can that brown spot be removed? Right. So,
can you see it? Can you see it now?
Yeah. Yes, I can see it.
Just brought it back up. I was able to find it. Go ahead. Yeah, whatever you want to do, yes. I got it.
Yeah. So in the middle of the eye, that's where the colon, the stomach is, and most times with a lot of my clients, it's very dark. And again, that's just through all the toxins in the colon region, because that's the first place that is hit, and that is we're not able to detect something is wrong because there's little to no nerves in the colon. Okay, so when we look into that area, we can actually see that middle that middle area by the pupil lightening up back to its original eye color. And as you can see, family, even in the chart, you see your skeletal. I can tell, hey, you may need chiropractic care. Iridology and chiropractor is amazing combined together. You know, this is why I've been trying to collaborate with a chiropractor, just so that we can, you know, really help the client really get back to full state of health. So I can see if you had an injury. So many people were amazed. I can see injuries as a child. I said, hey, did you have an injury to your right knee? Oh my God, that happened at 10 years old. How did you see that? Well, we can see the markings where it was once bruised, the tissues fully healed. You know, so those are that's very, very, very important. We actually need to see if you have swollen lymph nodes in specific areas, and if the lymph nodes dissolved. So again, all of these different diseases that when we go to our medical establishment, we're sitting in that chair, we're like, you know, we're not getting any answers. They're running every test. They're saying everything's fine, but you know you're not fine. You know that you're tired, you know you're in pain. And again, one of my quotes is that with iridology, every pain will be explained. Every pain will be explained.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Family, make sure you thumb up the video. Make sure you share the video because the information is very important. Any questions before we by Empress Aisha before we let our sister go? She's very busy. She got appointments. She got things coming out. So you gotta make sure she
drops. Okay, yeah. I have two questions, but the first one I want to know, what about someone who's pregnant, you know, and can you tell if something's going on with the baby? And you know, like could you see, okay, the mother's is in one condition or she might be stressed, and can you just see what's going on with her to a degree with the baby, or is there a connection between the two at that time through her eyes?
Now, I haven't had a pregnant patient. I can tell if a person is pregnant. There are different lines that can tell if a woman is carrying. However, I haven't had a pregnant patient to see if there is something going on in the womb at the time, if the child is in stress mode, distress. I have not had that experience to really definitively say that, okay, there's something going on with the fetus. So that what I would, if I had a pregnant patient and I was unsure if something was going on, I always, what I like to do, I call on, you know, the elder practitioners, you know, the big dogs, I like to say. Even the other day I had a challenge. I texted Dr. Phil, like, listen, I need help. And he was so receptive, you know, that's a man. I love the Valentines, him and his wife, Dr. Nalani and Dr. Phil, and they sat on the phone with me for 45 minutes saying, listen, this is what you got to do for this person. So, and that's one of the things that I get asked a lot. Is there a point in time when you refer a person to the hospital? Is there a point in time where you say, listen, you need to go to the medical, get admitted? I say, well, I try to avoid it at all times. I would never say it's off the table. Again, we have people's lives are in our hands. But the first thing I do is I call my mentors. You know, my grandmaster, I call again Dr. Phil Valentine, Dr. Nalani Valentine, Dr. Morgan, you know, who's out of Brooklyn. You know,
Brooklyn, Ray Morgan, my brother. Yes.
So, you know, these are people that I have that, you know, they have more experience and they're like, listen, this is what you would need to do, you know. So that's what I would say for that.
I got Baba Ray's book, man. I know it's here somewhere.
Oh my gosh. I gotta get his book.
Yeah, I got his books. You know, I ain't playing. You know, you gotta take care. You gotta take care of these Babas. We can't say we care about them. We don't take care of them. Support they love. But I got his book. And I got, of course, Dr. Nalani Phil Valentine's book. And like I said, I used to consult Sabi and Dr. Africa, Dr. Phil, everybody, Dr. Phil Valentine, Queen of Four. I still do. But, you know, that's very important. And again, family, make sure you show her some love. You said you had another question there. You had another question.
I see someone has something that had my second question. Dr. Thrive has said something about MSM drops.
MSM drops for the eyes. Please excuse if they're What do you feel about those?
MSM. That stands for MSM. I remember that from the health food store. I used to work at a health food store, so I remember that that supplement. But for the eyes, they're saying, is it good for the eyes?
No, they just said, what are your feelings about? What are your feelings on the MSN?
That I'm not too sure of. Again, I actually forgot. If she can write in the chat the the name for it, not the abbreviation, then I'll be able to remember what it is, and then I'll be able to better respond to her. Yeah. I remember that from my days at the health food store. I used to work there. So, but yeah, if she could drop it in the chat, the full name, then I'll be able to.
My question is, what about eye drops? Because periodically I love to use eye drops, you know, because I'm like, I need some clear eyes. I look too tired. What about what are your feelings on eye drops?
With the eye drops today, like Visine, all of that. All of that weakens the eyes over time. Actually damages the cornea, because it actually you'll have issues with the light. So a lot of people who've been taking these eye drops, their eyes are so sensitive to light, because again, you've been damaging that cornea, which controls that. So again, you want to do natural eye drops with eye bright. Okay, and again, that's what we have. That's what I have in my online store, the Eagle Eye Blend. That is the best way to clear up any pink eye, any excess. If you see a lot of excess blood vessels, and again, all those blood vessels, that tells a story of your circulatory system. So you don't want to always cover it up. You want to get to the root. Okay, so every line, every vessel, all the tiredness tells a story of, again, what organ is weakened. But you want to do natural eye drops. All of that stuff that we have in the store today is damaging to the parts of the eye.
That's good to know.
That's good. That's good. Once again, I want to thank you very much, beautiful sister, for being a part of the journey here. Shakira Moore in the building.
Wait. I'm sorry. Wait. I got one more. I know.
Come on now, stop playing.
I know the sister's gonna love you. Sorry, look, I know the sister's gonna love you for this. You know, we sisters gonna love you for this.
Hey, focus. That's what I'm trying to make sure.
What about those that like to wear? What about us when we like to wear the lashes and the eye stuff, the makeups and stuff? You know, I love my eyeliner. What about something like that? What is your feelings on that?
With the eyelashes and everything?
The eyelashes and the glue.
Well, it can damage. You're damaging because we also look at the eyelashes as well to detect disease as well. We look at the eyebrows. We look at all of these, even just to see, if you have a lot of, if the eyelashes are full, then that means the person has, good immune defense system. So that you can also tell disease through the eyelashes as well. When you put those fake eyelashes on and that glue, it starts to tear away your eyelashes. It not only does it make it challenging for diagnosis, but it also, you're taking away your protection. Your eyelashes protect, different bacteria from going into the eye. So when, over time, you're putting these eyelashes on. Everything has a reason. Your eyebrows have a reason. Your eyelashes has a reason. So when you begin to alter the body, you are altering your health. So I just, the sisters to be clear. Now, I'm not saying not to wear it. I like my makeup here and there. I used to wear the eyelashes and different things like that. But, that's just, a disclaimer just to let know. Yes.
Thank you for that. Thank you.
Eyelashes, you tell about the health. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. MSM is a sulfur for the eyes. I have to look into that. I have not used that as one of my supplements that I would suggest for the eyes. I'm definitely going to look into that. I know when I used to recommend that, when we used to, I used to work at the health food store. That was mainly for, other challenges when it comes to, they had issues with the liver and things like that. They used to recommend that supplement back in the health food store. But for the eyes, I've never encountered that MSM for that.
Okay.
That's something that I want to look into more to make sure.
Good. Well, thank you very much, my dear.
Thank you. Oh my God.
Great evening. Make sure y'all go to her website. That's Holistica Palace. Her link tree also. Make sure you go to her link tree at Holistica Healing. Give her a call at 570-972-9308. That's 570-972-9308. And of course, you could Cash App her, you could PayPal her. All of her link is right there. Email her if you want to. Also, hit her up on IG and Facebook. Any closing words, Dr. Shakira, real quick? Any closing words?
Yes. At this part, I always get a little What I would say, again, family, holistic is you. It is it's in your DNA. It's what you've created. You know, and we're just bringing it back. You know, that's what I'm doing with Iridology. It's been around before, and again, what the science that we're currently following, we're going to the hospital. This is a new science, you know, so we have to go way back into what we used to use to diagnose disease in the body, and then from there, we know exactly how to detox the body. So go back, reclaim your roots. It is yours. It is yours by birthright. Do not give it away. Do not ignore it, because it would always be with you. So we got to come back to our holistic roots so that we can have best quality and quantity of life. You should be 70, 80 years old, still moving and grooving, still moving the body, still have your flexibility, have your eyesight, have all your faculties. And this is what you're going to get when you go to the holistic side, Iridology. So that's what I say.
Thank you very much. Once again, thank you very much. And I hope everything is well with you and the family, and keep it going. And the baby, of course.
Thank you. Yes, we went over, but I loved it. Thank you so much for having me.
No problem. No problem. You be safe, and we'll talk. All right. Okay.
All right. You too. Peace and love, y'all. Thank you so much, Empress Aisha. Thank you, Peace.
Peace and love.
Peace.
Yes. Make sure, family, make sure you go to her website. Make sure you support her via email. Make sure you go and spread love via Cash App, PayPal, all of that good stuff. Don't forget, this is the Holistica Palace. Make sure you show us some love via that and her link tree. And that was it. That was good information she dropped. A lot of people been in the chat. Hope y'all shared and like. I hope y'all shared and like, not just chatting. Y'all gotta share and like the program. Y'all gotta share and like the program. No one likes to be on a place and not show no appreciation, because this is not easy. It's not easy work. Coming on these platforms are not easy work, and trying to keep things on time and keep things moving. So please share. I don't do the 3-hour sessions and all those type of things we used to do on Blog Talk anymore. We are broadcasting on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook at the same time. And I got, of course, on Numerovation Nation. Make sure you go there. Go to the website, also KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com. And, of course, you want to support Empress Aisha more. She got her products. Please explain your product, sister. Please, please, please.
Oh, my goodness. Sisters, this is us. I'm telling you, these are the earrings. Y'all going to get them for this season, please. Y'all going to love them. I actually just got some new materials to start working on a whole new line of everything, of the jewelry. So y'all just keep an eye out. I'm telling y'all, just got a whole bunch of new beautiful supplies. So y'all can just do your thing. And yes, go to 1million_adornments. And that's at the IG, which is Instagram. Just go there. Just, like, friend me, send me your information if you need me, need be. And then we just take it from there. I'm dealing with the orders that's first come, first serve. So I have a few orders that I have to fulfill right now. So just be patient with me, and I will get to you.
There it is. All right. Okay. And tomorrow.
I'm sorry. No, so I'm hurting because all my photos are gone that I had for everyone. Oh, I lost $1,000 camera, and I got to go get it back. Went to get it, and it sold out. Ugh, so hurt.
Oh yeah. Did you go to eBay and see if they got it?
No, did not go to eBay. Thank you for saying that. I went to
some people might still got it going on somewhere else, on Amazon or somewhere else, not over there, So you gotta always check all the sources,
I don't do eBay much, so thank you for saying that.
Yes. Tomorrow, family, we got our brother student minister Nuri Muhammad coming in live and direct at 9 p.m. Same KSP time, same KSP channel. Relearning how to relate in our relationships. Woo! This is a topic here, because people are celebrating single when in actuality if God created male and female and the union of the yin and yang, then that's not to be singularity is not to be celebrated. Actually, unity is supposed to be celebrated, not singularity. So relearning, because a lot of us lost, and that's why a lot of us don't know how to connect with relationships anymore, especially due to trauma in their family. So we're going to be talking about it. We're going to talk about it. A lot of traumatized people, men and women, are traumatized. If you feel you're not traumatized, you're full of ish. Everybody on this earth is traumatized, especially if they're over here in America. You've been traumatized. Even the new born baby coming out, been traumatized. Just coming out of that womb could be a trauma. Poor baby got to squeeze through. The head is stressed. Everything is gone. So it's deep. So we got our brother, Dr. Nuri, brother Nuri Muhammad. He's not a doctor yet, but he's definitely into the relationship stuff. So big up to him. We have the gentrification master and expert showing us how we can make money from this gentrification and why we should just gentrify. And don't mean that only Europeans are making this money. We need to know how to gentrify neighborhoods and do what we got to do, buy properties and do all that kind of stuff too. Back in the day, there used to be Italians in this neighborhood that I live in, and now it's majority of Black folks living here. So we did gentrify the neighborhood. So we can do it too. It's just that we have to better our neighborhoods when we come in it. We can't make it worse. It don't make sense. Also, on the 12th, coming up, we got our brother and entrepreneur and author, How to Build Successful Online Business While Working a 9-to-5 job. He is the founder of Dream Turned Reality, Dream Turned into Reality. This brother here doing great work. He's done promotions with me before. I'm proud of him. He's also an educator, a teacher of young people. So big up to him. He'll be here May the 12th. And then on May the 16th, Janet Jackson's birthday. Woo! Lord. My beautiful sister here, the only Marcia Marie Moore, is going to be here in the building. Author, poet, natural healing advocate. She has a story that she got to tell, boy. And a founder of Eater Cure and Caribbean Craze. Actually, I met her on a dear friend of mine's, Major Hype's feed. So this was very good when he was trying to do a dating game, and I came on and they tried to put me with my sister here, but I just was intrigued by her story and her poetry, so I wanted to bring her on. So that's why I went on Major Hypes, and he felt we was a good match too. And I was just saying, no, I just want a friend here that I can just bring her on and interview her, because her life is so intriguing to me, and enough respect to her and her family. And then, of course, in the month of May, more of that. We got, of course, Lioness Crown coming in on the 19th. And then Dr. Phil Valentine, as you can see on the bottom, we got Dr. Phil Valentine coming up on the 20th, that Thursday. And then that Sunday, the 23rd, we have Nadine Barton. She's a naval officer, chief naval officer, and an author. We'll be bringing her in, not to recruit anybody, but we're going to talk about her life in the Navy. And she's from Jamaica, which is interesting. So this would be very interesting to me. And of course, she's an author of some great books. Matter of fact, family, I got both of their books. I tell people when I want to support you, this one is Marcia Moore's book. It's a poem. It's called Marcia Poems from the Heart. I got her book. Okay. Can't talk about we having people on the show. We don't want to show them no love. It was not you, it was the Phoenix in You, that the Rebirth by Nadine J. Barton. This is another good book that I purchased just to show them love and show them support, and let them know that I do appreciate them coming on my show and coming on our show to do what they got to do, and it's very important. And then to close out the month, we got the Disco Diva, former Disco Diva. Let me see if I got her. See if I got her music with me. I might have her music. I want to see if I got it with me. I usually got her music with me, so let me see if I got it. I might not have it right now, but wait a minute. Oh yes. Oh yes, I got it. Oh yes. See, she's a former disco diva back in the day, and they called her Susie Q. A disco diva. Y'all think I be playing around when I do what I do. I don't be playing. This is the sister, Susie Q. I got her coming on. Very beautiful sister. She's the first Black woman to start a modeling agency in Montreal, Canada. And she is the one that is the first Black woman to start a acting agency in Canada that booked a lot of. So we got her coming in. She still have her acting agency out there right now. So we got Susie Q coming in the building. So I still keep albums. That's deep. I still got albums. I ain't playing with none of y'all. I keep
with that. That's good.
I keep an archive of stuff going on, man. It's like people don't even understand. Also, don't forget, family, we got this beautiful family coming in. Also, Better Health Shop. Make sure you support them by going to their website. This is their website and their 1-800 number. They got a new 1-800 number going on, betterhealthshop.etsy.com. Great monatomic gold. They got colloidal silver. They got I got the sea moss. They got all kinds of stuff on their site. So make sure you support them and give them some love. Also, let's make sure we support our dear family right here. Where they at? Okay, there they are. Boom. All right, make sure you give them some support. 347-866-1153. That's Janelle Lewis. That's Miss Janelle Lewis. If you want any consultation about getting your first property, real estate, whatever, make sure you give her a call and tell them the KSP family sent you. Of course, we would not be remiss without bringing on our Baba, the one, the only Lloyd Strayhorn, Lloyd.Strayhorn.com. Make sure you go to his website to take his classes, take his beginner's class and his intermediate class. He has over 2,000 students already all over the world. Make sure you show them some love. Of course, you want to get my books also online. Make sure you go get my books. I got all my books on the Linktree. Go to the Linktree / King Simon, the Numerovator. Go get that book. Go get all 4 of the books. They are popping. They are selling. They are becoming a bestseller. I'm loving it now. Y'all are showing me a lot of love out there. I'm loving it. Thank y'all. Also, the classes are coming up. My classes are going to be very unusual because I'm going to teach from my chalkboard, but I am pre-recording because I don't want to be distracted by anybody when I start going in. Believe me, I'm going to teach like y'all are right there, but I gotta do it without somebody throwing me any questions at me. You know, I don't need any questions while I'm teaching, so I'm going to pre-record all 9 classes. Something's in your background. Let me get that out of there. Yes, so that is very important. We're going to be teaching the bath method, so make sure you got that popping and get ready because I'm going to be teaching a serious method that's going to help you in the lifetimes and the life struggles that you're going through. We're going to help that out because that's all it's about, helping people. Also, please show this person some love. So this person some love. This one right here, this sister right here, and her products. This one is called the petalwise.com. Show them some love, petalwise.com. That is the coupon code. That's a 10% coupon code, King 2021. That's 10% coupon code, King 2020. And then, of course, make sure you go and get that womb sweep. You go and get the things that you need as far as she's an acupuncturist also. Very good person, man. I was down there in Florida with them, and they did a wonderful job. Did a nice acupuncture service for me. And of course, if you want to do a Numerovation session with me, please text me your full name and date of birth. Oh, I didn't even press that. That just y'all starting by yourself. What's going on? Why are they starting by themselves? That's just not they starting by themselves, and I'm not telling them to start. But I guess they just want to applaud because I'm paying them, so they trying to start by themselves and do their own thing. Now, family, if you live outside of the United States, please text me via WhatsApp. If you live outside of the United States, text me via WhatsApp. If you live outside of the United States, text me via WhatsApp. All right? And last but not least, content disclaimer. Views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Ready? Prayer time is a good time. It's always a good time. Prayer time. There it is. Dr. Blair, shout him out. They're going to shout Dr. Blair out. Shout Dr. Blair out. Dr. Blair is a magnificent soul now, and I know he's having fun in that other realm, boy. Oh, I know he's enjoying himself. So please Go to his website, show some physical love by going to www.themetacenter2.com. That's the Metacenter, the number 2.com for his books, Faraday tech, protectors, magnets, and much more. And our dear sister is going to share the prayer with you. Go ahead, my sister. It's time for you to do your thing. Please.
Yes. All right, family. Let's give thanks. Give thanks. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. All right. Please, universal creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth in your love now.
Wonderful. Say it again for the people in the back. They need it. They need it. They need it.
Family, once again, this is collectively. Let us say it together. Please, universal creator, know in our hearts that we love you. Please protect us in this planet on which we live now. Please open our minds, our spirits and our souls to receive only truth in your love now.
Yes, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you very much for sharing that prayer. Of course, we love Dr. Delbert Blair. I think that's one of the reasons why we're probably becoming successful. More people are coming. More people are sharing and liking because we say a prayer. Gotta say a prayer. Man, a lot of stuff is happening in the world, so we got to make sure we got a prayer going on. But thank you very much, of course, and make sure you give those children a big old hug, and you be safe out there in the boogie down. All right, my sister?
Yes.
Thank you, safe. And be safe. Good night. Have a good night. Much love. Oh, man, that was Empress Aisha Moore. Woo! We're getting on out of here, family. Time to go. Take a step to the rear and get the heck out of here. Lot of mercy. Lot of mercy. Lot of mercy. You know, we had a good time with, of course, Dr. Shakira, that beautiful sister right there. We had a good time with her. But as we spoke about this, your eyes are the windows to your health. So make sure you rewind this, share this, like this, thumb it up. I want to thank Empress Aisha Moore for being the co-host for the evening, doing what she do best. Again, if you want to support Dr. Shakira Moore, this is all her links right here. Email, IG link, spread love via Cash App and PayPal. This is her website. Phone number, give her a call, 570-972-9308. King Simon, man, make sure you go to your website. Go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. If this meant anything to you, please spread love via Cash App, not Super Chat. Spread love via Cash App, not Super Chat. They playing with my money. All right? So make sure you go to Cash App if this meant anything to you. And of course, once again, thumb up the video, like the video, thumb up the video, like the video. And remember, this is a troll-free zone. Only for those who want to learn and earn the right to be on this show. All right? Regardless of land, label, or language, there's but one God, like Marcus Messiah Garvey says. Up you mighty nation, you can accomplish what you will. And like Dr. Khalid Muhammad says, regardless of land, label, or language, there is but one God, one creator, one Allah, one Yahweh, one essence, one creative force. And everything else is just aspects of it. Because we are gods having a human experience. Thank you. I love you. Respect you. Don't forget, tomorrow night, Brother Student Minister Nuri Muhammad. Take care. Peace.